Hi, welcome back. Now, I bet if you're over 40 that you have been divorced, separated, or just completely jaded by love. I want to help you attract a great man after 40. So I've got 3 things here that I'm going to break down nice and easy for you today that I did and that I teach other women to do. First one is be happy alone. Now, this is number 1 important. So stay with me here because men have a big fear of their freedom. Just about all of them will be exactly the same. Particularly if they're a little bit older and they've spent some time now on their own, like you, they've probably come out of a relationship. Really important is that you have to stand out. You have to be the one that is not pursuing him and chasing him and texting him and calling him all the time. You need to be confident in yourself. When you have a life that is your own, where you feel confident and happy and energized by the things that you have going on in your own life, a man feels comfortable to be around you. He knows that he's not going to be losing his freedom to this woman the minute she starts coming into his life. He needs to know that he can get on with his life, that he can stay at work a little bit late, that he can have that game of tennis or that game of golf or go to the pub if he wants. He's not going to be continually quizzed about where he is because you're not going to care because you've got your own life going on. The worst thing you can do is to immediately meet a guy and start, coming across as if you have nothing else going on in your life because he then thinks that you're going to be just too needy of his time. If you feel that you need a man, figure out what it is you need him for. Is it company? Is it financial stability? Is it sex? Whatever the reason is, you can get it elsewhere. Don't make this man that you're looking for a relationship with the one that you drop all your standards and all your boundaries and start sleeping with him on the first or second date. This is not the guy to do this with. There are other guys for that. This guy, you want to show him that you have got standards, that you respect yourself, that you do not sleep around with men. You want a relationship. So give him the right signals. Make sure he knows that you're the woman that has got her own life going on, that she's set boundaries, that she respects herself, that she's going to come into his life and offer him something. You equally want a man coming into your life that will enhance your life. You don't need a man. You want a guy in your life. Definitely, we all do. But you want someone that will enhance your life and bring things into your life that perhaps you don't have or that you can grow together and do together. So make sure you give that vibration out in the beginning. He will pick up on that. If you in your first date or your first conversations online are talking about what you've got going on in your life, he will immediately feel at ease. He will know that this woman has a great, vibrant life, that she has friends, she has interests, she has hobbies, she exercises. Wow, she must be fit and healthy. These are all giving off signals without saying anything much. He's picking up on all this. Men are not that difficult to work out. You just need to play it, safe in the beginning and just, don't pursue him. Let him pursue you. I know I've said this many, many times, and there are some male coaches out there saying a little bit different. I get that. It's coming from a male perspective. But from a woman's perspective, men do not want that woman in their life that is going to take up all their time. I know. I've dated a lot of men. I've talked to a lot of men, and I get this back all the time. They don't want to feel like they're being taken over by a woman the minute she moves into to their home, that he's going to, she's going to start controlling his life and wondering where he is all the time. So please, have your own life. Figure out what it is you don't have and get that before you start looking for this man. It's okay to date a little bit because, date for fun and have sex if you want, but please don't go after this guy with the view of I want a relationship, but I'm just going to sleep with him because I really need sex. It's just the wrong vibration to be giving out. So start off the right way, be clear about what it is you're really going into this for, and build a really good, vibrant, happy life. A man will put you up on a pedestal. He will think you are the most amazing woman if you are vibrant and exciting and you have things going on. He'll want to be with you. He'll want to show you off to his friends. He'll want to tell his friends about all the great things you've got going on in your life. Now, once he puts you on that pedestal, it's pretty difficult to knock you off. Men don't like to fail. Their ego would be, deflated if he suddenly lost this woman that he's now told everyone was so wonderful and so great. So once he's got you up there, it's unlikely you're going to lose him. But play it safe in the beginning and don't pursue him, don't text him, don't call him. Let him decide if you're the one for him. You've also got to remember there are probably a lot of women out there that are also after this guy. You know, as I said, in Sydney, there are an oversupply of women. So you're probably not the only woman he's dating or talking to online. So play it safe, guard your heart, let him come to you. Just, you know, obviously respond, be polite, be kind, be gentle, be a beautiful woman to be around, be interesting, but let him come to you, because it's got to be his decision in the beginning. That's how you attract him, is to not overdo the contact and make sure he knows you have a great life going. Second thing that you really need to do is be fun and be flirty and be feminine. Now, this does not mean being ditzy, stupid, or unintelligent. In fact, dating apps have done a lot of research on this, and after 40, men are actually looking for more intelligent women than they are just for a sexual relationship. So this is for people wanting a relationship, of course, because we are trying to attract a great man after 40. So if you're anything like me, I came out of a relationship where I had just ended up doing everything. I had a child, we had a business, I was doing everything that needed to be done for the child, the parent-teacher meetings, the childcare, the school pickups and drop-offs, the play dates, the notes, the lunches, the household chores, the finances for the business and for the home. By the time I was on my own, I didn't really need anyone in my life anymore. I could just do everything all by myself. It was actually much easier because I only had to just look after me and go to work. But unfortunately, when I started to meet men, I was probably giving off a vibration of I don't really need you. Now, that's actually good. I know I said before we don't want to need a man, but men actually do need to feel needed from a feminine woman. They need to feel that they have a place in your life for a man, a real man, the masculine energy. So if you are not giving off your feminine vibration, then he doesn't feel he's got a place in your life. What will he be doing for you as a man in your life? So let him open doors, let him plan dates, let him fix things for you, fix your problems. You know, you can tell him your problems and let him fix them. Not too many problems in the beginning. Remember, men don't like drama, so keep that simple. I had a guy that wanted to fix a kitchen cupboard for me. My Marty, he is always fixing things for me in my Airbnb, like I talked about last week. I mean, we can always call a tradesman, but he loves to have a go at it first. And so I go, okay. And he's 9 times out of 10, he fixes it and does a great job. So men need to feel like they are a man. They've got their ego. They've got their masculine energy. And unless you let him show his masculine energy and you show your feminine energy, that spark's not ever going to happen. So please, you know, work on that. And they also need to feel that you are a fun person to be around. In the beginning, we are talking about attracting a man after 40. Yes, you come with probably a bit of baggage, but you've got to learn to leave that behind. If you haven't healed yet, please don't be dating seriously. Dating for fun, practice, yes, but go back and start, you know, watch my video on how to heal a broken heart first, but heal yourself a little bit first. Don't bring all this negativity into a new relationship, because men pick up on it. You know, if you've been cheated on and you're sitting at a date and you're chatting to this guy and you're suddenly bringing up things about, you know, how you were cheated on, or you're making little snide comments, he's picking up on that. He's thinking, she's got a chip on her shoulder. I don't think I really want to be around a woman who's going to be continually thinking I'm an asshole. So girls, give him a break. Just be fun and uncomplicated to start with. And guys, the same. If there are men listening to this, lose the chip on your shoulder, because not all women are out there to take your money or, you know, rip you off in some way. We're not all crazy exes. So please, it's equally fair here to give each other a go, but we need to come with the right mindset. So please, don't date until you feel that you are fun and feminine. Get that feminine energy going. Feel pretty, flirty. You know, if it takes just dressing in a prettier way, or wearing perfume, or doing things that make you feel feminine, like getting a facial or getting a massage or buying yourself a new lipstick, or, you know, getting your nails done, whatever it takes, get in your feminine energy before you get out there on a date and lose all that chip on your shoulder, what the guy did to me last time. This is a fresh new start, and the guys will pick up on it. They want a girl around them that they can talk to, that they can have as good company, who's nurturing and caring and kind, not someone who's going to give them a hard time. When you start interviewing a guy or interrogating a guy or talking about what went on in the past, he's just going to run a mile. So please bring out that feminine energy and just stay fun. Men really do love fun, happy women. A thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As I said, a new video comes out every Wednesday and I'm excited to meet all of you. All right, number 3, be realistic, but be confident. Firstly, I'm going to say here, if a man asks you your age, I would react with something along the lines of, make a joke of it perhaps, but my mum was 29 her entire life, so I don't really talk about age. I just don't think it's relevant. The reason I don't like to talk about age is, unfortunately, there are a lot of men out there who are ageist, and once you say that number, whether it's 45 or 49 or 52 or whatever, that's all they're going to remember until they get to know you. Let him get to know you a bit before you blurt out your age. It's sad that it doesn't seem to matter for men so much. There are lots of men out there that I know that are, probably in their 60s and dating women much younger than them. The attraction, obviously, women get, younger women like the social status, they like the security an older man will offer. The men that we will probably be reaching out to, we are trying to attract, are also in that same age bracket. We don't want someone probably any older than that, but we also don't want them to, be just focusing on our age. We want them to see what there is more about us, because there are so many things that we've got to offer that, can build a relationship around. And unfortunately, once they hear that number, they will probably run a mile and start dating the younger girl who's also texting them at the same time or on the dating app. So yeah, skip over that if you can in the beginning. Try not to give an age. If you have to lie, then I guess maybe you have to lie in the beginning. That's just my thoughts on it all. I know some people will say, I don't care how old people think I am, but in my experience, it does matter. And these guys, if you're wondering why they disappear quickly, it could be this is why. Now, we're all older. The guys we dated at high school, they're all older now too. But as I said before, they're probably dating younger women. That's probably not where we're going to be. If you want to date younger men, some of these things will not apply as much. It's a different lane that you're going to be in when you're dating younger men. So if that's really your aim, please go into it with your eyes wide open, because they might not be in it for the same reasons that you think they are. If you want to attract a great man, please be realistic in that, they're not necessarily going to be like the guys that you were dating in high school by the time we're over 40. They are probably going to be a bit graying or balding. Their testosterone levels are probably waning. And that's why they do, again, go for the younger girls, because it builds up their ego. But what they can get from us is so much more. As I said before, having a full, well-rounded life, being intelligent, being interesting, giving them something that they will not get in a 30-year-old or maybe a 25-year-old. We have life experience. We are definitely more of a companion for a man that age. And if they're not into having children, then be confident, because you are the type of woman that they're looking for. A lot of men don't want to feel in competition with a really young woman either. For some men, that just wouldn't be appropriate. I mean, there's a lot of great guys out there. I've got one who wouldn't date someone that young. He would think it was inappropriate. So look for that great guy. Remember, the butterflies don't last, but the real love does. There are guys out there that, you can date that will treat you like a princess, but you have to let him be the king. So don't take over. Let him, treat you like a princess. Let him take you out. Let him plan the dates. Like I said before, let him pay. It's really important to take some time with these men. Go on a few dates with them. Don't just wipe them off. I know they're not perfect maybe, and we're not perfect either. So let's be realistic, but be confident in yourself. I don't want you to be unconfident, but I also don't want you to feel entitled to something that is unreachable, because then you're going to be waiting and perhaps alone forever, and you want a man in your life. Don't be thinking about how he looks. Have a think about what your life together could look like. How could you build a great life together? Marty and I have so many common interests that it makes life really interesting. We always have things to talk about, whether it's, real estate, politics, our kids. There's always something interesting to talk about. We're always interested in learning new things. So find a guy that you can have a life with. Don't just be looking for the exterior, because that's not going to last. All right, so please look below the surface and give the guy a go, but stay confident in who you are.